Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade, Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Matthew Stafford ready to go here. Stafford still a solid quarterback in his 11th season now, but the Lions still yet to win a playoff game under his guidance, and last year's mark of 6-10. On first down, Stafford here. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. And now the offense for Detroit.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it'll be third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
Wide receiver Devontae Adams has become a first season over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns scored, and the second most catches in Green Bay Packers history in a season with 111.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Detroit. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how it is that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
2 after a good stop. On second and 7, Stafford.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs.
Following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to result. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second year. Stafford with a give. This is Riddick. Third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught by Jones. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have it on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
He's certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Stafford. From the red zone now, Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And this offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. He finds Riddick complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. This is Jones. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional.
Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And on 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
If a good field position led to a touchdown, this time they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated
for Detroit. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford is complete to Jones. takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the capitalize here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Routes, and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. The carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 17, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
He got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now, meanwhile, a pass. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got his man. And again, it's Rodgers.
Space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there, defensive. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs.
And then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Redskins who were victorious in that one on the road. Alex Smith, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. 28-10, the final. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Tom Brady, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here are the Packers now to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into
to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Thursday night, a good one to kick off Week 7. Kansas City and Denver from up at Mile High. Kickoff. I like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Almost one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense? Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Back to throw, Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Flushed out to the right. Tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one down.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what?
Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking.
And last time, 1-play interceptions.
I think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they are going to set up. They'll try to get the offense going with John. Leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. James has got it, complete, and able to get this one across the 40-15 so far. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Riddick.
And hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now,
faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. In 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar.
Backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Stafford looking, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time.
To do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
a first down throw complete downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all set. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Green Bay through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's Rodgers to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. Another nice gain. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm playing an interception, we'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Stafford. And he's got it. From the gun, here's Stafford. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And able to break 1 tackle, but they'll try the right side with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him. Now Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively. Spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things.
Once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Complete to Jones. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Stafford. He hits Jermaine Curse. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. 20. On the ground, this is Johnson. This to the 10. Stafford now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Around as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And the Lions quickly now. Jones. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.